Street protests are always defined by the people who are protesting. When I think about protests and when I think about, what is it about certain cities, it's not the city itself, it's the people that make it up. It's the people that choose to be out and to let their voices be heard in whatever fashion that becomes. And Vancouver's protest culture has shifted over a great many years. There's been a major shift in the demographics, wealth inequality, property values, etc. And that changes the way people are going to protest. Vancouver is on the cusp of an explosion of activism, if only because the city is not doing anything to solve the problems that we have. The provincial government is not doing anything to solve the problems that we have. The federal government is not doing anything to solve the problems that we have. Our problems are real, and they're the problems that are going to be our generation's problems, not the generation that's ahead of us. Adbusters is a not-for-profit media foundation founded in 1989 by Kalle Lazen and Bill Schmaltz. Adbusters has always been from here and is very much a product of Vancouver and the protest culture that exists within it. There are many connections between Adbusters and street protesting, mostly on account of Adbusters styles itself. Adbusters is a kind of visual activism. I wouldn't say it's tied implicitly to street protest while it does document it. It's a form of visual activism that comes out of aesthetic engagements with the world, and in many ways is a form of political art. I was loosely involved in different forms of activism since about my early 20s, or at the time that I discovered that there were things that I would like to see changed, or things that I felt strongly enough about that I should be involved with. Adbusters is founded on the idea that, or not even the idea, the reality that much of what we're presented with in our current society is you're being duped. And this kind of engagement with signs and the way they're distributed, there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. I mean, what's wrong with our current economy and our global economy is pretty simple. It's exploitation. It's people who do not have the right to access. It's people that do not have the right to education. It's people that do not have the right to self-define and to have their own agency. I don't know what Adbusters would have to say, because that's what we're saying. We're trying to say, there are consequences to our economy, and we need to pay attention to them. We need to heed the warnings. You cannot keep destroying your planet and think that you're going to continue on. And our goal is to get one person to engage in their way, aesthetically and politically, with the world.